Welcome to A Chapter a Day. Support our channel and subscribe today. Whispers of the Zen Forest. The parable for today is the treasure beneath the dust. In a quiet town, a young man named Hiro returned after a long absence. When he was a boy, his family had hidden their wealth beneath a stone in the courtyard, telling him, "Leave it there until your heart is ready." Now grown and alone, Hiro knelt by the old stone. When he lifted it, the gold gleamed in the morning sun. But as he reached for it, a question rose in his mind. What good is treasure if it costs me my peace? He lowered the stone again. For many months, he lived simply mending baskets, sweeping courtyards, and greeting each dawn with gratitude. One morning, the village elder passed by Hiro's doorway and heard his calm, steady voice greeting the dawn. He paused, listening with quiet curiosity. That is no ordinary voice, he thought. Later, when the elder learned the truth about Hiro's past and the hidden gold, he nodded with respect. "You waited without greed," he said gently. "That is why your treasure is yours without shame." Hiro bowed low, feeling a warmth in his chest. In that moment, he understood. The years of patience and simple living had made him richer than any fortune ever could. Take a moment to reflect. When life offers us something valuable, our first impulse is often to grasp it quickly, afraid it will slip away. But the true wealth is not in having it, is in knowing when to wait and when to act with a clear mind. Hiro's story reminds us that patience and honesty create a foundation no fear can shake. What we claim with integrity will never turn into a burden. Pause today and ask yourself, where am I tempted to take something before the right time? What would happen if I trusted that what is meant for me will return in its own season? How might my heart feel if I chose patience over haste? A quiet mind is the greatest treasure of all. Here's a real-life scenario. Waiting for recognition in your career. Imagine you've been working hard, unnoticed, while others are promoted ahead of you. You feel the urge to push, to prove yourself, to demand acknowledgement. You remember Hiro lifting the stone but choosing to wait. Instead of acting out of fear, you continue to do your work with care and steadiness. You trust that our effort will find its place when the time is right. Perhaps recognition comes. Perhaps it doesn't. Then, months later, a round of layoffs occurs. To your quiet relief, your position is safe. You realize that even if you weren't the loudest voice in the room, your steady presence and respectful relationships mattered. Maybe it wasn't about being the most visible. Perhaps it was about being trusted, being reliable, and being someone others were glad to have around. And as you sit with this, you feel a quiet assurance that something good has already come from your patience, something more profound than any title or applause. Buddha says, if a person is energetic, mindful, pure in his thought, word, and deed, and if he does everything with care and consideration, restrains his senses, earns his living according to the law, Dhamma, and is not unheedful, the fame and fortune of that mindful person steadily increase. Let's explore the quote for a moment. This quote describes the qualities that enable a life to flourish naturally. It begins with, if a person is energetic, mindful, pure in his thought, word, and deed. Energy means steady effort. Mindfulness keeps the heart present. Purity brings honesty and harmlessness into every part of life. And if he does everything with care and consideration. This is the art of not rushing. Each action is done with attention and respect. Restrains his senses. The mind is not pulled away by craving for sights, sounds, and pleasures. It remains steady and clear. Earns his living according to the law, Dhamma, and is not unheedful. Livelihood is honest. Awareness does not drift into forgetfulness. In simple terms, when you live with energy, care, and integrity, respect and good fortune grow quietly, like a tree nourished by good roots. Thank you for listening to A Chapter a Day. Support our channel. Like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment about how this message resonates with you.